for example, if a girl is single, like a girl wants you to win, right? Like a girl who like sees you for the first time and she sees that, like, say you fit the criterion of like the physical attribute that she's looking for. She wants you to win, and she wants to help you to win, to get here, right?
Like, cause if you spend time talking to her, there will be a moment where like you guys have something in common, and next is the mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a coincidence where like you like the same song. Like, oh, we have something in common, a lot of things in common, and now she's starting to fall in love with you. That's why you know what you're winning, wow.
Because there's one case that scared me. Like after that, I was determined. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm gonna get into trouble. But after that, I was determined that actually from this day onwards, I have to be safe.
Trauma.
After all that girl, after a week she was calling me back, next time I was come visit her, I ran for my life. I'm like, I want no problems. Because I know with us, when we're dumping hands, just the moment you think about dumping here and you find a reason, you do it. And you only think about after. Yeah, see, I could have, like, it's always instant. But also them, like, if they think about it, like, they do it slow, they find more evidence, they find more proof, they forgive you. But they're slowly but surely they're leaving. And when they finally decide that it's
Chai.
You can go back, you can write there, you can buy her roses, you can buy it's Chai. Hey, what's up? Remy JK, welcome to the Everything Growth podcast. I hope you're doing great, feeling fresh, and having yourself a beautiful day. As you know by now, I'm chilling here with Ntokozo, and we'll be jumping straight into today's conversation. So both of us are in SA, South Africa, and we both know that South Africa is like a diverse country with a lot of traditions, a lot of cultures, a lot of languages. So in your opinion, do you think that we're losing some of that? We're losing some of what makes us South Africans, like our traditions, our culture, and all those things?
Yeah, I think so, bro. Like, I think we're, okay, according to my understanding, how I see things, I think like we are losing a culture, bro. Like, big time. Like, there are some things that we no longer do. As a country, we now trying to live like other countries. Like, we're trying to be like, I can say Americans or like other
Western countries.
Something like that. Because nowadays, in a group of our friends, I know things have changed, but then in a group of our friends, I bet there's no one who can kill a cow.
But I don't think part of like our culture, like, say, should we know how to kill a cow?
It's Tagazelo. Do you know your own Tagazelo?
It's Tagazelo.
Like, when like...
Sreto.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Nah, don't.
You don't, exactly. You're losing your culture when I'm talking about things like that. We don't care about such things anymore. We don't care about like things that like make us who we are. A lot of people.
But do they really make us who we are?
Yeah. If you forgot.
Who gets to decide who we are?
Nah,
Because I feel like who we are is like a you thing, or like you get to choose.
Listen, Rome, you can choose, but then where you come from.
Because I feel like, okay, my argument there, as much as I agree with you, is that we're not necessarily losing our culture as such. Because I feel like most of the things that we regard or call our culture are things that are based on like how we used to worship in the past.
Yeah.
Like they're based on like ancestral worship and all those things. Like most of the things are rooted in that. So sometimes, I mean, there are other things that are not rooted in that, right? But most of the things are rooted in that. For example, let's say you're going to the mountains. You know how going to the mountains or going to the bushes to like get circumcised. There's like some elements of like witchcraft, some elements of like...
we don't know.
I don't know about such things. I've never went there. But there are some things that they talk about that are related to those things, like bathing with, like, I don't know about all those things, but they're related to like things that sometimes they come close to like religion or like some things like that, to like say, if you do this, then you can't do this. Right? Like let's say if you're a Christian, or someone can say, because I'm a Christian, I'm not going to go there. Because it conflicts with like my beliefs and whatever. So I'd say it's some of that.
So what you're saying right now is that we're not losing our culture?
I would say it depends on what culture is. Because I feel like everyone has a choice to choose who they want to be and what they want to do. So with regards to like what we used to do, I would say we're losing that. Because we're no longer doing what we used to do. Like, for example, like, you know how Amakos, they have their own attires according to clans. And it looks beautiful, bro. Like, and for us, we don't know what those clothes are. Like, if you were to ask people from my tribe, like, say, wear your traditional clothes, or like, we don't know what those are, what those look like. Or like, some people know Amasu to maybe they know they wear their blankets and like, it's beautiful, right? But for us, I'd say, like, even our home language, like, I don't know my home language the way I know English. I haven't spent enough time reading books written in my home language or in any other South African language more than I did English. So that to me is like a problem.
Is it?
I would say, why is it that I don't read books in isiZulu the same way that I read books in English? Why is it that I don't read books written in Spade the same way that I read books written in other languages? For example, if you go to Germany, most of the books are going to be in German.
Oh, yes.
If you go to Russia, most of the books are going to be in Russian.
But then that's different.
How is it different?
Because in Germany, I don't think they have like multiple languages like we do. If we only had like
one language,
it would be better. You could have like you could speak
translate
more,
and speak more of it,
and read a lot of Zulu if we were like all Zulus.
Oh, so you were saying the thing that complicates is like having multiple languages.
Yeah.
So us speaking English,
we spend more time speaking English because we're trying to understand each other. I can't speak Zulu, you can't speak Spade, you can't speak exactly. So
we're choosing one language to say. So you can speak your home language at home, but at least add this one so
exactly
understand the other people.
Yeah, I think like that's where the problem is. It's not like a matter of like you are in Germany or what.
Yeah, but the things of like the cows, I feel like technology has made things easier, right? And I feel like it's also relevant to our times. Like right now, bro, like like going out to kill a goat or like it's a machine. Whereas you can just go to the store to like buy goat meat or buy beef. Like in the olden days, we'd have a farm. But like it's not a choice where you have to kill a cow or you have to kill a chicken. Like if you don't kill this chicken, you're not gonna eat. Like it's a it's a must. Or like if you don't kill this cow, you're not gonna eat.
But I think you're saying that because where you and I are living right now, there's no culture, there's no thing that we can hold on it and say this is our culture.
But have you seen like Zulu people? Like when I went to Unwed,
but Zulu people can kill a cow
because they come from the villages.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Tina, we might say we're not losing culture because we didn't grow up like seeing
those things.
Yeah, we grew up like seeing like okay, it's in Mpumalanga, we just live in there.
Yeah, we have all the things. Or like I'd say to some extent we don't. Yeah, we're not forced to do most of those things.
But someone in KZN or somewhere in
Eastern Cape, whatever,
they can say like, yo, we are losing it, man. Because here in Mpumalanga, there's no way we can find Amachich, like visions and whatsoever. There's no event where they all go and gather together,
We haven't made that a norm. I feel like if we had made it a norm, like most parents or most people would take pride in it and they'll try to preserve themselves, right? Yeah. But right now, this is not like a normal thing, or like say your parents are gonna check, or like sometimes that knowledge, like say my mom's gonna check B after 3 months, or whatever, forces you to like maintain your purity to say no. But right now, there's no one who's gonna check if you're still pure, if you're still a virgin, if you're not. So I don't know.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't understand this concept of like Inhlawulo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask you, and I know I'm not the only one who doesn't understand.
Yeah.
You don't understand, and the other guy doesn't understand.
Right? Yeah, so what Inhlawulo is, to the people who don't know what Inhlawulo or the word Inhlawulo means, it's basically the concept of like, for example, let's say me, I go and impregnate a girl whom I'm not married to. So now because of that, I have to pay like damages to the family to say maybe I disrespected them or I made their kid or their daughter pregnant without actually marrying her. So in the past, how they used to solve this is that if you impregnate a girl and you're not married to her, you had to get married to her by force.
Exactly.
Why? Because the moment you have a kid with her, you reduce her value, so to say. Like she's no longer as desirable as someone who's like single without kids. So you reduce her chances of like getting married. But the reason why I say I disagree with it is because I don't see how it benefits her in any way in terms of like one, the mate selection. Like me paying her, let's say I take out 40,000 and give it to the family and say, sorry, I impregnated your girl. And I don't get the reason behind it.
Yeah.
Like, why am I doing it? am I doing? It's not like when you come, it's like the new guy into your life. You're not gonna value her and say, at least Romeo paid for the kid, so I'm just gonna take. Like, it doesn't make the situation bad in terms of like you.
So to you, you don't think it's a must
of like whether to pay or not?
Yeah.
I'd say it depends.
Will you pay? Where will you pay? Because for me, one thing like I don't like get it. Like, are you paying because as like the money that you pay then is it considered as like apology, or are you
yeah, like you're getting permission for the kid to come to your place to be free with you and also to get your surname?
Because someone can say, you didn't pay Inhlawulo, so you won't see your kid.
Yeah,
my kid won't come, like the kid won't come to your place
in your family
up until you pay. So I'm confused there. Go say, are you apologizing?
So that's the thing. Like, do these things happen also with like rich families? Because I feel like sometimes the problem is like people are broke, but people are poor.
Nah, it doesn't. I don't know.
Because I feel like sometimes it's a financial issue, but people are just broke. They just want money. Like, but then it's just convenient in that sense.
But let's say you're rich. You still follow the culture because this thing was happening back in the day.
Yeah, but
you do.
What are you getting the money for?
So when you think Patrick Ntsipe, if a daughter gets pregnant, let's say you know what, Inhlawulo.
Nah, you wouldn't. Like, what is he gonna do with like 40K?
Yeah. Like, but we don't know. Okay. We can never conclude that.
Where is the 40K going? Let's start there. Like, what am I gonna do with the 40K? Am I gonna chow it as the parent?
No.
Am I gonna give it to the daughter to take care of herself, to take care of the kid? What is gonna happen?
It depends. It depends on what you believe. You know, there are families which believe and say, we're gonna make a ritual, say, to talk to our ancestors and
to allow for the baby
and to introduce the child
into the family. Yeah.
Exactly, in such things. That's where the money goes. We buy everything and whatever. It's like Inhlawulo border.
Yeah.
It doesn't buy it. It doesn't hire the tent, the chair, or the food. You pay the wall, and after that you have to hire the food, the dress, and everything.
And I feel like the Lobola thing has also changed. That's why I feel like people are confused, bro. No matter that you can say culture, that culture thing is relatively new as compared to how long humans have existed.
Yeah.
Like back then, I'm talking about 300 years ago, 500 years ago. Like, I'm talking about the 1800s. Let me put it like that, 1700, 1800. Back then, the family of the wife were the one who were paying the man to marry their daughter. And it was usually if the man was like of a higher value. For example, if you're coming from like a richer family, so they know, like, say, we are paying you so that you can take our daughter, so that it's going to improve our life in a sense. It's going to improve the name of the family. Let's say if you were like a soldier, a respected soldier working for the king.
Yeah.
So we want that status. Like, say, now Jeremiah the First, who's the commander of this army, was like married to our daughter. Like, we take pride in that. So we are paying you for that status also to say. So right now things are reversed and I don't get what we're getting. Like, what do you get from, like, are you thinking, but I feel like maybe it's a way of like thanking the family to say, you raised this daughter for so many years and now I'm taking her, she now belongs to me. But it's also like when you're taking her, actually you're freeing them from the bed, they're not gonna have to pay. So I don't know. I don't know.
But for me, Inhlawulo, for me, I think it would be fair if I pay for someone who doesn't have a child.
Bruh.
I'll pay Inhlawulo for someone who doesn't have a child.
How? Yeah? Inhlawulo how? Is it still Inhlawulo? Like how? What are you paying for?
For, like now, I mean, I would.
If you impregnate her?
Yeah.
And she didn't have a child before?
Yeah.
And that's the first child?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
For someone who has a child,
already, and you're getting another child and now you pay. Nah, that wouldn't pay.
Why am I?
Or if that's the first child, then sure.
Yeah.
But if she's arrest me, okay, it's fine.
No, it doesn't make sense.
But if I have the means, or like just for the sake of like doing it for peace, so I can just do it. But if I have to struggle and suffer the tanganisa the money and then I'll disappear, okay. I'll be an absolute.
Your child again. Your child again.
The child will come looking for me. She will go to Kumbuleka.
Don't mislead people.
So, with that conversation of like paying families, do you still think it's relevant?
Nah.
To get married in this age?
Oh, to get married? Married. I may not get married, but then the thing, ne, it's tough because you never know. Now it became a business, more special to females, sole females, but it is what it is. Now you get married to someone else, and then they're just there to say they spend like 5 years with you. After 5 years, they're gonna like it's a divorce.
Yeah,
We
they
get
take
50
they take your money, they take
and everything
you
about.
share
But then
everything.
I can't say it's not relevant or is relevant about.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say things like that, but then
It is still worth it, like to say, I want to do this.
yeah, for me, it's still worth it. For me,
Mm-hmm.
it's still worth it. Yeah, I'll do it every day. I'll do it. I can marry someone and like divorce that person. If things goes out and still get married again, still worth it. It's very nice. God said, get married before you do the things.
Nah, bro.
So like for me, I'll get married. I think marriage is like it's worth it. It's worth getting married, bro. Like, cause when you're married,
Mm-hmm.
you avoid a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless what we're seeing and saying. Like, there's someone who asked me, "Guti, would you get married at my age?" And I told them, "Guti, I would, I would, bro. Like, there's nothing.
Really?
Yeah, for real. There's not.
Okay,
there's,
if yeah.
there's nothing such as like too early or too late.
With the right person, yeah.
That's the thing. You can never know who's right, who's not. People change. It's like a season. Winter. It's like winter.
Yeah, but the problem with doing it too early, not too early, as you're saying, it's not too early, but sometimes people can feel like they missed out.
On what?
That feeling of like missing out, or like,
Missing
for example,
out what?
like maybe the years that you could have spent going out, partying, or clubbing.
That's the thing. If it
those
depends on
things.
what kind of person you are, At this age I am, for me, like going for partying and like doing some things, I can do them. I can't do them, like not really. I can't really say there are things that I like.
You say you would have missed out on,
Yeah,
or you value that much. But there are people who haven't done those things. I feel like when you're saying this because you've done those things and you've realized that they're not worth it.
That's the thing.
Or there's someone who hasn't done these things, and now you take that person, you put them into a marriage.
Yeah.
Not like the husband. Let's say if it's a lady, the husband's gonna say,
what happens to like talking to your partner and say like, this is what I'm gonna do and this is how we're gonna roll. If you're not comfortable, like communicating with your partner is very
but
important.
I feel like if you're gonna do those things, better to do that with your partner. Like if you're gonna go out and stuff like that.
Still married, right?
Still married, you can do that.
Exactly. So I can't say I'm still young.
Events and you're not missing out on anything. You can do them together. Or like I feel like if you prioritize that, then it's good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like most people, like I met this other lady a few months ago, and then she told me that she has been married for a while, and she told me that she's still happy in a marriage.
Yes.
And the key thing for her was she said that, as all people like to say, the first thing was like communication. But I don't want to speak into that because I have some disagreements and some agreements with regards to that. But the other thing that she said is like adding excitement into the marriage.
Yeah.
Doing things of like what? Going on vacations and continuing to date each other the same way they used to date each other prior to getting married. Because that's something that almost always dies.
Yeah.
When people get into relationships.
Yeah.
For example, after year 2, year 3, things look differently compared to year 1.
Yeah.
Or like year 1, things are still fresh, you're still going out on dates, it's still fun. But if you can maintain that fun, that energy in all the years,
which is not easy.
It's not easy. It requires effort now. Because in the beginning, you still wanted each other. Well, like the effort was like effortless. You didn't feel like expanding energy because you wanted it to work. You had your own goals, like say, fun to smash, fun to impress. But right now you have it, right?
Yeah.
So still maintaining that energy requires effort, and all the meaningful things in life require effort and energy.
And inviting God to your relationship,
Very
like anything that you do that involves God already, it's a winning.
It's gonna be flawless.
I'm telling you, like if you do things without involving God, it's just a waste for me. I can like say I see a beautiful hand at 10 and like I'm dating her and I feel like okay, this is the one. But the fact that like I didn't have a conversation with God and we don't pray together with that hand, it helps sometimes praying with a partner. You know that because it brings something in your relationship. The foundation is not about sex. It's not about fun, but the foundation is God. You both want to be in a relationship. you wish Nkulunkulu can protect you from evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the nice thing about God, there's like one thing that I've realized that is very important is like He sees our hearts.
Yeah.
He knows our hearts.
Exactly.
Right now, we can be friends. I can fake things to you.
Yeah.
I can convince you of all kinds of things. While at least I know my intentions, my motivations, and all those things are not right. Right? So God sees all those things. I mean, I can hide from you, but I cannot hide anything from God. So whenever you go to God, whether you go to God with that person or not, but always pray. For example, with me, I always pray for my friends. I always pray over my romantic relationships, right? I always tell God, I pray the difficult prayers that I always encourage my friends to pray, which I doubt they are praying, but I always, like, whenever I'm dating someone, whenever I like someone, I fall in love with someone without dating them, I always go to God and say, God, if these things would distract me, like from one, my relationship with you was going to distract me from reaching my purpose or whatever, like let this relationship fail. Because
I'm sorry to cut you up. You know, when it comes to that, it doesn't waste time.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Even though you can go to and say like, God, I want this is the kind of woman I want in my life, ne? Or you say, God, please remove everyone that's not meant to be in my life.
Yeah.
Exhale. Or that week you will see results. You'll see like a lot of people trying to be some weird things happening. When it comes to that, it doesn't lead, right? Like fast.
Yeah. So those prayers are important, bro. Because with your flesh now, like, you know, like there's like the you that wants those things to work. Like sometimes you meet the hand rush is fire. Yeah. Like everything is amazing. The conversations are fire. Like
probably the beauty, her beauty, ne, gonna get you ignorant.
It deceives you of the other bad things. Exactly. Like you miss all the other red flags.
Because God will always show you. Say,
this is not it.
This is not it. But then because she's beauty and your boys are telling you, you've got a fire hand.
Yeah, you're infatuated. Like, have you seen her? Like,
the next thing, depression.
So
the next thing you're on Facebook writing Jolo, Bafana Zinja, Bafana. Meanwhile, you were ignorant, you know, like.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Those prayers can save you a lot from a lot of things.
Problem, ne? The thing is, like, people are scared to lose those people. Like, even though I'm telling you, good say, everyone that is not meant to be in my life.
Yeah.
Because you know, good say, what if he takes my best friend? Because he knows your best friend's intention.
Yeah. All that is in their hearts.
You know, people are afraid to lose such things. They're afraid to be alone.
I understand it, ne? But to me, I always think about what I was going to lose with them in my life.
Yeah.
This is what I'm keeping. Like,
yes,
to them, like the idea of like, I'm gonna reach my purpose without them, or I'm gonna reach this and this and this and this without them. That's far better than having them. Or like, although they can be amazing, but it's like, what if you're gonna come and like, what if you're gonna delay me without you actually delaying? Like, what if something that was gonna take me, let's say it was gonna take me, let's say, 3 years to become a millionaire and to become successful. Yeah. And now because you're in my life, it's taking me 10 years.
Exactly.
So now you see, like, say, that's extra 7 years just because I wasn't ready.
So when people don't think it like that, you know, they think it for temporary. They don't think like,
or say I'm going to experience pain, break and all. Those things hurt.
They can like, man. Okay, let's say maybe you prayed, you heard that prayer, and your best friend like mistreat you. You'll be like, he's like this, I know he's like this. Nah, but it's aside, move. You know, if someone betrays you or like you force conversation, those are the sign, move, bro. Like, I mean, what I told myself, it's like, you shouldn't like chase some people, more especially people who don't chase you, people who doesn't give you time as you give them time, Rome. If you ask me, Rome, like, today let's go make tea. You know, now one day I'm gonna wake up and say like, Fanaka, one day we but then always when you sound you take me there, but I'm taking other friends. Yeah, and you're still saying, these are his friends, so it's fine. He's a good guy. Kanjani, bro. Okay, I might be a good friend to my friends, but then the fact that now when you have something, you think of me, and I should do the same thing. It shouldn't be like one-sided.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know,
relationship should be some balance or like.
Yeah, regardless, it shldn't be like not relationship.
Yeah, all kinds of relationships. Yeah, so you know it in my conversations when I speak about mjolo or dating, I'll always say romantic relationships. So whenever I just say relationship, I mean to all kinds of relationships, whether it's like relationship with your boss or your family, friends, etc., etc. So we've spoken about a lot of things, and the conversation that I wanted to go into, I feel like it's a tricky one, and it's something that we were speaking about, saying that maybe I was speaking from privilege, né? Like I still couldn't believe that there are people who struggle to like get into relationships, right? Because to me, at this age, right, it's like it has become very easy for me to like get those things. It's like suffering from success. So right now I have to restrict myself from like dating. I have to. It's like now I have higher standards. Like so now I want quality people, not just what I can, the bare minimum. So what advice can you give to like a guy who's like looking for someone, who's struggling to get people, struggling to go on dates? Let's say when you find someone who's like fits whatever he's looking for, like so this is the one, he always gets rejected. Maybe he gets rejected, they tell him like, say, let's just be friends. Like what changes can he do that can help him find or get into relationships better? Or changes that can help increase his chances of like finding someone if it's like suffering from guava, fear, and all those things.
I'm fine. Ish, you know things. Hey, Mjolo, there's no formula when it comes to relationship and stuff, bro. You know, but then what I can say is like, don't force things. Don't try to be that guy. You know, you get what I'm saying. I can tell you work is, do this and do this, and you do them, and you apply them to the wrong people. You know.
Yeah.
But then what I can say is just live in the moment and just flow with it. If you see a heart, if someone likes you, Romy, if someone likes, like as a man, love at first sight, for me, let's say as a gen, you saw someone, you're like, this one is fine. That one doesn't know you. There are plenty of guys who come to her every day.
Facts.
So what you need to do is be different, right?
But I feel like the problem starts when people try to be different, but I hear you.
No,
different how?
I mean, like, don't be like how guys approach you, like, hey, beautiful. Don't be like, first things, I want you when she tells you.
Being impatient. Like,
yes.
Trying to get to the end goal too fast.
You don't go there with the mentality of like, I want to smash and everything. Go there with your intentions of like trying to get her, you know. Be different. There are a lot of niggas who go there without intentions of knowing her. You're gonna be different. Like
the focus. I like calling it being focused on the wrong things, and it always gets you no results.
Exactly. So now you going there and trying to know her, you're gonna be a different guy. You know, like okay, this guy is different. You know, you might get chance to be squeezed in.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, don't be that guy like Aisha, baby, kind of things. Now you're calling her with names. You know, be different, bro. That's the only thing that I can say.
I feel like you're mentioning something important, which is like patience. What you're saying about getting to know her is like being patient with things. Because oftentimes people rush things. They go too strong and too fast and gets them nothing. So I was reading this other book, as I'm fond of like reading relationship books. So this is a fun book. It's a compilation of like essays written by this other guy called Pook. So he speaks about, he says like at his workplace, there were like three of them. There was him and two other guys. So these guys were confident than him. They were more attractive than him. They were working better jobs than him. And there was these new girls who came to work there. Two girls working there. So when these girls came there, they didn't see him. They saw these guys. Like, these guys are fire. And the guys also noticed the girls. But when the guys went to those hands, they got no results. He was the one who ended up going to date with his hands. Why? Because he didn't rush, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro.
I
think a lot of niggas rush to, I want to date her. I want to be in a relationship. Exactly. You don't know what the girl's going through. She doesn't know you the first thing.
Yeah, it's like how can I put it? It's like when you're going to a car dealership. There's a difference between someone who just walks in there, sees the cars and buys it. Like that's dumb, or like that's how you are when you go to a girl for the first time. You don't know anything, you just go there. You don't even compare your options. You don't you don't want to know anything, just now you want to buy, you're too fast.
Now you're too much. You're sending a lot of text. Nah, like sometimes you can just let a message without
responding,
for 2 days and come back and say hi. How you doing? You know,
like enjoyable. Exactly. Like to me, it's something that I'm realizing. It's unrelated to what we were talking about. But right now I'm moving a lot differently compared to how I used to move 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Like last year, I spent the last year being single.
Yeah.
Right, I decided, although he spoke about this, saying it's unfair, what, it was like great, right? Like because for the first time in my life, I didn't have the pressure to say, I have to respond to this hand.
Yeah.
I have to do, like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, you could send me a text, I could just look at it as like,
that's how it is.
Having that power makes you powerful.
Because you know you feel right now.
You know you feel right now.
You set the standards high. You know, like, I can't just date anyone.
You do things because you want to.
Yeah.
Like when you want to talk
you're not desperate.
You're not desperate to see, like, say, every day I have to see her. I go out
and that's where you're powerful. That's where you become powerful. Because you're not desperate. You're not forcing things. You're just living. Because the problem starts when you start to be, maybe you're under pressure. You want to impress your friends. Like, I can get here, I can smash, I can do everything.
Yeah.
You're gonna do things wrong.
So being relaxed, I would say first things first,
For sure.
Is to have enough women in your life. Talk to enough people. That's the first thing for me. Like, don't talk to them with the intention of like making them whatever. Like, just talk to enough women that are your type.
Yeah.
Get them into your life. You can befriend most of them. I'm not a big fan of befriending women, but you can befriend most of them. But it works for other people. Actually, they are good at it. Just because when I'm horrible at it, then it doesn't mean that other people are horrible at it. You have female friends. There's nothing wrong with that.
Friend.
Yeah, So to me, I feel like meet a lot of people, talk to them, just hear what they talk about. Or like women talk about different things, and the more you talk to them, the more you realize that most of them are boring.
Even the hand that you're crushing, if that process where you get to know her, you gotta know what she likes, and that's what you use.
Yeah, she's gonna. It's
very simple.
Because this is something I was telling this other guy, or like, say, for example, if a girl is single, like a girl wants you to win, right? Like a girl who like sees you for the first time and she sees like say you fit the criterion of like the physical attractiveness she's looking for. She wants you to win, and she wants to help you to win, to get here, right? She's gonna tell you, like, she won't make it obvious. She won't sit down and tell you, like, say, take me on a date today. But she will tell you what things that she likes, or she'll just tell you, like, say, yes, I like this kind of a wine, wada, and she'll just mention it in passing.
Yeah.
One night it will be up to you to be aware of those things. Like, say, now you take note of, when I go out on this, she prefers this and this and this and this, and you do the right things, and then she'll be like, wow, but now they told you everything, and now you're using it, and now she thinks, like, say, whether you're meant to be. You know how women are so big with this star signs.
Even giving them attention,
Attention is a powerful thing. That thought is like, that thought is primal. But
like, cause if you spend time talking to her, there will be a moment where like you guys have something in common. And next is the mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a coincidence where like you would like the same song. Like, we have something in common, a lot of things in common. And now she's starting to fall in love with you. That's why you know what you're winning about. Like sending a random song like, I love this song. I'm like, oh, it's a good song, thank you. Now she feels special because, okay, this nigga is sending me a song. My boyfriend never sent me a song and saying this. Now you tell her something like, you're the first person I told you this, And then she feels special, but make her feel special. That's why go say, nah, I'm gonna win,
So that's good. To me, I'd say giving the advice that this guy was giving, I was still he was mentioning a lot of things that I made him pause.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I can say is that women fall in love with people when they do things for them. So prioritize things that involve doing things, right? Prioritize action dates. And also, main important thing, like this other guy, the book that I was reading, says that you can be anything, but never be boring. Like, you can... you can embarrass her, you can make her cry, you can make her laugh, but never make her feel bored. Like, make her feel anything besides being bored. Because boring is never remembered, bro. Like, boring, like, you never... If you go to a boring date, bro, you do everything in your power to avoid going on a boring date again. But if someone makes you cry, maybe they'll be the first guy who made you cry. Or like, so, be interesting, bro. Like, prioritize action dates. Don't overthink it, bro. Don't overcomplicate it and try to do things you haven't done before. Just keep it simple. If you are someone who exercises, or like, you don't have to do the same exercises that you do normally, but get her into your program, or get her into the things that you normally do. If you're someone who walks, or like, take a walk with her, show her around, show her your favorite things when you're walking. Like, say, yes, this house or this tree. And if you have a story there, mention those stories. Like, those are the things that make a difference, right? She's doing things. She's walking. She's not always walking. Or like, if she's always working, then do something different that she's not always doing. If you like reading, take her to a sport, get her some books, read her your favorite page, share your ideas, what you know what they say, girls like smart boys, what, so take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So that's what I can say. And be fun. Prioritize fun things and be fun, and yeah, you'll be winning.
How do you know the girl's not into you, bro? How can you say here, I'm not wanted.
Look at your chats. Don't look at the content of what you're saying,
Yeah.
But look at the interactions. Conversations are pull and pull, but you push and pull.
Yeah.
Like when I say something, when we're having a normal conversation, I'll say something, you'll listen, and you'll say something. So if you're the ones always saying more things than her, then you know what I say. Because women, they're more social than us, so they have more social neurons than us. So it's just not the one who's talking more often than you. Then you know, hey,
it's Chai.
You're a salesperson. You're trying to sell a banana. You know. It's not. You're forcing things.
Yeah.
Like interest, I would say, I don't know, bruh. Like to me, I would say interest, bruh. It's like, how do you know someone is interested in you? Someone who's interested in you wants to know more about you.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
Give you attention.
They will give you their attention because they're trying to figure you out. But they're trying to figure out what you like, what you hate. Because, like I said, when a woman wants you to win, like she also wants you to figure you out so that she can know what makes you happy. Yeah. Like if she's not trying to do all those things, then
Yeah, the thing you mentioned here about how you chat. If she sends you paragraphs, you're like, the fact that she's taking a time and typing. No,
that's interest.
That's what is in her mind.
Or like say what interest.
Yeah.
If now the person is sending you
sure.
You send like say a long sentence. She says okay. Sure.
Cut the conversation short.
What? She's busy somewhere else. Or like when you're a distraction this side. Or she's sending another person paragraphs.
Yeah.
And imagine now that girl is sending you a paragraph and she receives a text from other guy. Now she doesn't have the time to like go to that other guy and send another paragraph. She's gonna say sure, alright. So it's something like that. Or like she's sending long short messages to you. She's sending long messages to someone else.
Even the attitude and the mood will tell you, no, here I'm not wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm just forcing things. You can't always say, can I please see you? If someone likes you, will tell you, I'm going somewhere today.
Yeah.
She's telling you so that you can say,
so you make plans. She wants you to win,
exactly.
But she don't want to be direct, like say, come and see me, because that would be weird. Now why? They sent her to come hijack you, or she's gonna make you. She's gonna be covert with it because she wants you to win. So the moment you can understand that.
Do you think playing hard to get is still a thing?
Nah, bro. I made this other post saying that if someone is playing hard to get, they don't want you. They're just too afraid to tell they don't want you. There's no such thing as hard to get, bro.
Never.
Because if a girl is interested, like I'm saying, she wants you to win. If she's playing hard to get, then she doesn't want you to win. Why is she making it difficult for you to win? Why?
There's a guy who smashed there within 2 days.
Bro, 2 days is a lot. Same day. Now they're making you wait.
No, same day he was the luckiest guy. You can say
Is it luck?
It was
there's no such thing as luck.
Baba, listen, even though if she likes you, there are some girls who are like, Baba, not today. I just met here. Even though she likes you. But then if you get it first day, you should consider yourself the luckiest guy.
To me, there's no such thing as like getting lucky with a woman. The one thing that I can worry about is like with first date, is like usually afterwards they feel shameful, they feel guilty because of how it makes them look.
How do you feel when smashing a hand first day you met her? You feel proud, you feel like a man, right? You feel like you know things. You know that shit's gonna eat you every day. Because you're gonna sit down and think, what if I'm not the first guy she did this with?
That's what I'm saying, but like to her, for women, like they have to like your value of her isn't how she behaves around you. So if she makes everything easy on the first day, like you're gonna have those thoughts. That's you're saying, now you're gonna think, first day you're gonna be happy over the moon. Now you get to think, what if now she did this again? Like, okay, what if now we're dating and she does this again with someone else? It's gonna be a problem. So that's gonna ruin the quality of your relationship.
But if she doesn't give you reason to think like that,
it's not a problem. To me, I'd say I always like. There's this term that I like to use called genuine desire. I made a video about it. Like say, genuine desire is like when someone wants you to a point whereby they are willing to break all their rules, just to have you. sometimes women make those exceptions. And also it depends on the environment of like this thing of like first day. It depends on where you are. For example, let's say right now I'm going to Bloemfontein. I'm gonna be in Bloemfontein for a day only. I don't have time, bruh. Or I can't say I'm gonna make you wait because tomorrow you're not gonna see me. Or so then we can operate something about the circumstances around the situation. But if let's say it's first day, what else we know, like, so we always see each other. But also this another circumstance where like I see you are familiar. But yeah, I'd say it depends on how it happened. That's the big thing for me.
No, you say it like that. Makes sense.
If we just went to a club, got drunk and smash you, the chances of it happening again is high, or someone else can replicate it. But if she was just visiting, or like she's not gonna say, wait, or like it's a wait for what?
90 days. Bro, if I can wait for 90 days and day 91 I smash, day 92 I'm gone.
It's facts because there's this iron rule of Thomas that says like if a girl makes you wait for sex, the sex is never worth it at the end. So waiting, bro. What are we waiting for? Okay, let's start.
Because at the end of the day we're gonna smash.
What are we waiting for? Like what are we waiting for? Are we still trying to know each other? So what if now I wait and when you get there the sex is not good? I'm gonna ghost. I'm gonna disappear.
But then they're gonna say like, Romeo, you love them.
Just who are gonna say that? My friends?
No, I'm saying like, no.
Or people in general.
Let's say you wait, and the sex is bad. You leave, right? Let's say you don't wait. The sex is still bad. You leave. You leave.
It depends. This is a conversation I was having with this other lady recently. This conversation I was saying that like, say, she was telling me like, say, if the sex is bad, you should stay and teach the girl how to do it. I'd say it depends on the kind of relationship that we have. Like if you're someone whom I'm dating long term, like you're my girl, bro, like then I have the time to teach you. But if I'm in a situation as the guy, let's say I have 5 other girls that I'm talking to who I'm doing these things with, like I might not have the time to sit down and to put you in school, like say, do this here, like because there are other people competing for my attention, my time, my energy, so I don't have that time. So it depends. If you're someone who I'm dating seriously or what, like
do you think girls, if my sex drive is like fucked up, it's low, do you think girls are like, I'm gonna teach him, he's my boyfriend, bro? So why do we have to care?
That's the question also.
Why do we have to care?
Because there's some things. Why is it that women can like friend zone a guy and they don't even think twice about it? Like say friend zone them, but when you say I friend zone a woman, people will judge you like what? This is not good.
It's like when girls, I don't know, maybe you can correct me. It's like girls, when I saw a lot of girls on social media saying, this nigga can't fuck, nah. Who told girls they can fuck? Actually, who told them? Because the only thing that's missionary. They're lying. Okay, there are positions that girls are good at, like more women and top. But then it doesn't give them the right to tell like a guy that you can't fuck. You don't do a lot of shit there. You're just sleeping there and the nigga do the shots and the strokes.
That's facts. And I can argue with facts. So I'll say to me, I saw this video. I don't like taking advice from women. You can call me biased, but with regards to most things, I don't like taking advice from women. But this was the author of like this other book, this sex book. She's like a sex educator. She has a PhD. So the moment I see a PhD, it's when I get happy because I know these people take their time doing research. And she was saying that, like, say, oftentimes we have a misunderstanding of what pleasure is, and sometimes like the quality of the sex is dependent on how we agree or the standard that we both of us set for like. Because it's not dependent on time. Because sometimes someone can say like say. Me now, I'm a great guy. I'm great at this because I last longer. I can smash for like an hour. But sometimes people don't. That's not what measures the quality of the sex. The quality of the sex is the quality of the experience. Like at the end of the experience, can either of you guys said you had fun? Like regardless of whether you made them come, she didn't make you come, but did you enjoy, bro? Were you passionate? Were you there? Were you engaged? And all those things. There are many things that obviously different things turn on different people, but. If at the end of the day, you guys, the both of you can come to your point where you say you enjoy it. Because sometimes after sending a girl home, you can send a text like say, I had fun, whereas like say, you didn't have fun.
Oh yes.
So the moment you send the text genuinely knowing that you had fun, and her sending the text back genuinely saying that she had fun when she had fun, I feel like that's great sex to me in my opinion.
Yeah.
If there's no free card from either of you guys, Because sometimes you know, as a gent, at least I don't know about women because I've never been a woman, but sometimes you know that this experience was horrible. And you end up, sometimes I'm guilty of like saying it was fun, even though it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Just so I can have the record so that when they want to arrest me and say I did, I can show them what I see. And which is something that is important, or gents, it's important to take those screenshots. Like whenever screenshots with the conversations. Because right now we're living in an age where it's dangerous. Or someone can just, there's this Me Too movement where someone can just wake up and say when you rape them or whatever. So always after doing things, especially right now. Especially if it's like someone new.
Yeah, or someone that you met at club. That's you're all drunk or.
With those cases, I would say wait, bro. Like never do it when you're drunk. Like never, whatever the temptation is.
That's the thing. You don't think straight when you're drunk,
and everything is working proper.
It's like when you're drunk, when you go home alone, when you get home, when you have your phone, you wanna call. Why? You wanna text wrong people, and in the morning you'll be like regretting. Why did I do that?
You'll be even afraid to go to WhatsApp, like yo.
You know, like. What did I even say this? Kanjan, how, when? I want like. So telling someone who's drunk at the club, say, leave this hand here. It's very difficult. Their mind is already there, Baba.
They already see the result. See. So it's difficult, but if you tell yourself beforehand, because I feel like sometimes it's like what you tell yourself before getting drunk always influences how you behave. Like if you tell yourself before getting drunk, I'm not gonna do this. The chances are that when you get drunk, you're not gonna do it.
What if it's your crush?
Appears out of nowhere. Didn't plan anything.
Yeah. And you told yourself, because I'm not going home with anyone. And a crush gives you attention. She's drunk. You're drunk. It's happy, lovey dapper. You're kissing and everything. You're getting in the mood. And it's just like, let's go.
So in that situation, if it happens, I would say the most critical thing is like how you guys deal with each other afterwards.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I feel like the Me Too movements come from you maybe ignoring her. Like now you did it.
If in the morning she says you give me 2K, where are you gonna take that 2K? Give me 2K and you give her and you tell her I have a K. And she'll say, okay, this K will take me to police station. It's fine.
You're getting scammed though. So there's no way of like I don't know how to deal with that. We just explain your case to the police and to the judge, alright? Hopefully.
Do you think they'll care? You're a gent, but there are plenty of things that gents do that even women do, but there's nothing that gents do that women are not allowed to do.
So it's fine. So like the law right now it's unfair for you. That's why I would say you have to be careful. To me, I have this law that I like sharing with my friends privately and really on socials, on videos. I like to call it the 7-hour rule. That before you have sex with anyone, make sure that you at least spend 7 hours with them. The purpose of this are 7 hours. This 7 hours can be like in form of text, like your whole experience knowing them, engaging with them should be at least minimum 7 hours. The key thing with this 7 hours to like have some sort of familiarity so that you can say you know each other to a good level, because if you do things prior to this, the consequence is that the girl can come and feel like maybe you raped her or you feel like you manipulated her into having sex because she doesn't know you.
Yeah.
And the reason why there was one case whereby sometimes I break the 7 hour where I feel like the ACU say that when you break your record, the day I was able to smash this hand 30 minutes, or I was able to smash this hand after a day, it feels good, but sometimes it comes with consequences. Because right now that girl can feel like because now in the same way that you ask yourself, if this guy was able to smash, if I'm able to smash this hand in like one day, other guys can do it.
Yeah.
Now when she, after doing the thing, she's gonna ask herself, what if this guy's always smashing people in like one day?
Yeah, on the first day.
So this guy manipulated me, and now this guy raped me. Right. Oh, that's the problem that most girls have right now. So you also have to think about such things. So I feel like being patient, also say, as much as your game can be tight and all those things, sometimes take it slow, my brother.
Yeah.
Unless if our situations are different, right?
Yeah, situations are very different.
Treat situations how you see fit, but lean on the side of like caution, of like being safe. Or like sometimes everything is just falling in line. The pieces are working together, and then because there's one case that scared me, bro. Like after that, I was determined. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm gonna get into trouble. But after that, I was determined to say from this day onwards, I have to be safe.
Trauma.
After all that girl, after a week she was calling me back, next time I was come visit her. I ran for my life. I'm like, I want no problems.
I remember the story. It was like traumatizing. Even for me, I was like, no fun. Like, if it was me, it will take me time. A lot of time to recover, bro. Like, yo.
Yeah, it's scary. So that humbled me. Whenever I see guys going through similar situations, hey, you always get. I always panic, bro. So do everything. It's better. That's why we speak here. Like, sometimes it's better to have like your main girl and do things with her. Or hey, get married, man. Once and one. Get your person.
When you again about talking about marriage.
Right now it's risky, bro. Or the problem right now, or back then, people didn't have social media, they didn't influence each other.
The society is that's the society what it introduced the thing of would say, it's risky and whatsoever. One thing I've noticed, is like people always gonna have something to say, and people always will always have something to say about every decision you take.
Even the good things. I feel like
even the good things. Even if right now at this age, it's like I'm getting married, there are a lot of people who are going to say, they won't wait. At this age, why, bro? They don't know the person I'm dating. They think the person I'm dating is like other hands.
Yeah.
She behaves like other hands. But what I receive at home when I'm with her is different. It's very, very, very different. It's not about what you see outside, but what is inside.
Yeah, that's true. Most of the things that are considered good are often labeled bad by society. So also be careful of that and be aware of that, and you'll be art.
So I want to ask you, would say like between Jens and Han, when the relationship ends, which ones get like their heart more broken and why?
I'll say it depends on how it happened.
Yeah.
For example, cheating, bro, like it hurts, especially for gents. Like knowing that someone slept with your hand and the hand broke up with you, like
you know why, ne? What this is me personally. This is what I'm thinking, ne? Sorry, I'm thinking we get more hurt because it's like when we love our partner, ne? We love. It's like it's the same love that you give to your children. And the woman's love is like the same love they give to their father, because the women treat you how they treat their father.
Yeah.
So if we as people, we can lose our parents, which it happens, right? But then losing a child is more difficult.
It's more painful.
More
traumatic than
losing your child, losing your parent, right?
Yeah.
So since we are treating them like our children, it's gonna be more painful when they leave, But then when they lose us, because now they treat your father can go and like.
But it's also hurtful for them.
But then to us, it's way more.
I don't know which one is, because I've never been on both sides. I can't speak for both sides because I remember. This I'm always mentioning this girl.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. You're a gen, Maybe you're posting a hand with. Maybe you just posted a hand of nails of a hand, on the status. Your hand will feel hurt and whatever. But your hand, if she posts her feet on the dashboard, maybe she's working, maybe she's like on a drive with her sister, you will go crazy, Baba. You don't know who's driving, you don't know anything, but being in a car, you'll go crazy over the head. Your head, bro. That's different. I think gents are getting more hurt.
Emotional pain is emotional pain, bro. This is worse for this is worse for who.
Nah, it's different.
It hurts, bro.
But not the way it hurts gents. That's why that's why there are a number of gents who commit suicide.
I feel like the problem is that gents don't know how to handle emotional things as compared to, they're not as emotionally intelligent as women. I might be wrong. It's not based on fact or scientific things, but that's how I think about it. Yeah. We're not too in touch with our feelings, but like to us, like relationships are like a short thing. It's a loyalty thing. I don't have to think about you, like my friend, or our state, where we are. Like I don't think about such things. I only tend to think about it when things like bad. Yeah. So it's like all of those things, trying to process all those things in like one time. Yeah. Whereas women most of the kids are always trying to ask themselves, like, where do I stand with this guy? So they're always thinking about the relationship, where I stand, what. Which with us already do it, and that's where you're really confused. Like I say, it's been going on, now you don't know. Yeah. Then otherwise, so for them, I would say it hurts. I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know also is because oftentimes I feel like since they're always asking themselves those kind of questions, like when they want to leave you, it never happens like. Because I know with us, when we're dumping hands, we just, the moment you think about dumping here and you find a reason, you do it. And you only think about after. Yeah, see, I could have, like, it's always instant. Yeah. But also them, like, if they think about it, like, they do it slowly. They find more evidence, they find more proof, they forgive you. But they slowly but surely they are leaving. And when they finally decide, like, say, it's child. You can go back, you can write there, you can buy her roses, you can buy... It's child. So, I don't know. Otherwise, that's it for the day. Have yourself a beautiful day. You can like,
subscribe,
comment down below.
Yeah, and share the video
with your friends and family and whomever.
If you ain't watching our video, I mean, like, what are you doing?
Cheers.
Danko.